Hello everyone and welcome back to another excellent edition of the Classic Video Game Channel. Today I'm going to be taking you back to the year of 1993. Now at this time the Super Nintendo was in full swing and landmark titles such as Super Mario World, A Link to the Past, and F-Zero had already swept the gaming universe by storm, and revolutionary games like Donkey Kong Country and Super Metroid were only a year away. In the midst of all of this though, the NES, which was now considered prehistoric in technological years, was still getting new games developed for it. By this time, companies really knew how to push the most out of the system, and no company showed this better than HAL Laboratories with their all-time classic, Kirby's Adventure. In case you don't already know, while being the famous Pink Puffball's console debut, it's actually not Kirby's first game. His landmark appearance came in 1992 in handheld form with the classic Kirby's Dream Land on the original Game Boy. Fast forward 1 year and we arrive in 1993. Here the 16-bit systems rule the land and console wars are in full effect. However, HAL Laboratories prompts to release Kirby's home console debut on the original Nintendo Entertainmen System. This proves to be a fruitful decision as the developers at HAL really do pull off some spectacular things that were previously unimaginable, at least in 8 bits, but we'll talk more about all that good stuff later. Let's find out why Kirby's off to rescue Dreamland again anyways. The story begins with Kirby waking up from a dreamless nap. To investigate further, Kirby goes to the Fountain of Dreams where he finds that King Dedede has stolen the Star Rod, aka the power source for the Fountain of Dreams. As if stealing it wasn't enough, King Dedede has broken the Star Rod into 7 pieces, giving 6 to his closest allies and keeping 1 all to himself. I wonder, the manual here states that there are 7 worlds and 6 of King Dedede's allies now possess part of the Star Rod, plus the piece that he has. Could this mean? Yep, you guessed it, there are 7 worlds and 7 bosses for Kirby to go up against. Well, actually there are 8 worlds, but there's still 7 bosses since you must fight Dedede twice. Aside from the boss stage that caps off each world, there's also about 5 to 6 stages to each level. These stages all fit the theme of the current world, such as Yogurt Yard being snowy and Ice Cream Island being on the water. Between every few stages, there is also a minigame. These are really fun and could almost stand as their own game entirely. The different minigames include Crane Fever, where you control a claw machine trying to score some 1-ups, Egg Catcher, where you attempt to eat as many eggs as you can while avoiding the bombs, and Quick Draw, where you must shoot your enemy before they shoot you. Other than a few mid-level bosses and other variances in the stages, there's really not that much else to Kirby. Oh wait, I forgot to mention his totally rockin' gameplay. You mean the coolest part of the game? Alright, let me go ahead and do that. Kirby's gameplay rocks. Kirby can inhale any of his enemies, and with a simple press of down on the D-pad, he instantly takes on their weapon or special ability. This means that Kirby has an absolutely astonishing arsenal of attacks ranging from swords, to fire, to lightning, to even sleeping. Yes, you heard correctly, one of your abilities in this game is sleeping. That is just awesome. Kirby's control is also fantastic. For being a pink blob, he's surprisingly limber, and floating, hopping, and waddling your way through the various stages is as painless as it gets for an NES platformer. But not only is Kirby a dream to control, see what I did there with dream? Oh, puns. Ah, never mind. Alright, like I was saying, not only is Kirby a dream to control, the game's also great to look at. Like I've said before, in 1993 developers knew how to max out the NES, and nothing showed it more than this game. It's got parallax scrolling, tons of brightly colored and intricately detailed levels, and even towers that appear to rotate in 3D. With all this awesomeness, Kirby's Adventure actually clocks in at a whopping 6 megabytes, making it one of the largest games for the Nintendo Entertainmen System. However, Kirby's Adventure is not perfect. It's close, but just not there. Sadly, I feel the music really missed the mark. I know I'm disappointing many of you out there, but it's not that I don't find the music to be good. Trust me, I do. I just believe the music is nothing to write home about, and I struggle to find any of these tracks memorable. The game also suffers from some serious lag in some stages when the screen gets a bit too busy. Unfortunately, it does get pretty painful to sit through at times. With that being said though, Kirby's Adventure is still a masterpiece, and since it's on the easy side as far as difficulty goes, it's nice just to pop this one in, sit back and enjoy the brilliant visuals, the excellent level design, the fun mini-games, and the unique gameplay of this classic that proved the NES still had some magic left in it almost 10 years after its initial Japanese launch. I believe Kirby's Adventure is a necessity in anyone's Nintendo collection, so if you don't already own this one, I highly suggest you go pick it up. Well, that's it for this edition of Classic Video Game Channel. I'll see you guys next time.